I wonder how many credits this bounty's worth. Let's see what's inside. What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am Beskar the Unknown, and today on the channel, as you see, we got this big honking box from Entertainment Earth. I still have my address on here, so I'm not gonna flip it over, but it is from Entertainment Earth, and we're gonna open this on the channel right here. And obviously you see some Star Wars stuff. It is definitely Star Wars related, or at least I'm hoping it is, because it's gonna be really awkward if it's not. Man, did they use a lot of tape on this guy. And I just see the packing slip, and this looks like it is what I was hoping it was. There's more tape, goodness. Well, at least Entertainment Earth is very considerate with shipping their stuff. They want it to be nice and secure, which I appreciate. So, let's go ahead. Oh my goodness, this is so big it won't fit on here. All right. Look at all that tissue paper. Oh my goodness. Or packing paper. So if you guys were wondering, I'm sure you probably guessed it if you're following this channel. Ooh, you see the Star Wars helmet. You see this. This is the Mandalorian's N-1 Starfighter. Now I have been craving some Mandalorian after Ahsoka, after, you know, not getting the Mandalorian. So we pre-ordered this a little while ago, and I am ecstatic that it arrived. And there's some stuff that I didn't even realize. If you look on the box, it even says it comes with a carded Mandalorian, and I think it's the one that came with this. So I'm really excited to open this up, see what's inside. And the cool part is, if you jumped onto this HasLab for the Razor Crest, it had an awesome base. It had some extra accessories that were added on. This has the exact same matching base as this Razor Crest. So let's go ahead, take it out of the box, and see how it looks. Alright guys, so here are all the pieces, I believe, out of the package. It came with something that normally comes with all the figures. We have a little Grogu right here, and he is super tiny, but he's going to look awesome in here. We have the carded Mandalorian, and it's the N-1 Starfighter edition. And he does come with the cloth cape, he comes with a darksaber, and he comes with a spear. I think I got cardboard on my tongue. So that's really cool. It looks like you also have some options here for the cockpit. You can put R5, was it R5D4? Up here as well to be the astromech pilot. You can put Grogu up here, I think. They have like the dome that you can put in there. The base comes in so many more pieces than the Razor Crest did. All these pieces, I'm really excited to put this together, so we're gonna try to get this real quick. and then go from there. Obviously you get the instructions, but I tried really hard not to look at any reviews before I open this up. So this is a really big surprise. It's been sitting here for a minute, and I just want a comparison to the Razor Crest. It's the same style, it looks awesome, and if you're a 90s kid, I've always wanted the N-1 Starfighter from the Phantom Menace, but I never got it. I know I can get it now, it's not that expensive, but it's not the same. I wanted it in the 90s. But we have the Mandalorian, so this is making up for it a little bit. It's still got some of the yellow paint. So let's go ahead and put this together real quick and do a quick comparison of the two and see what we think. Alright guys, so here's my final evaluation on the N-1 Starfighter. I absolutely love this thing. It is phenomenal. It is the most bang for your buck that I could possibly recommend. One thing that I was a little bit hesitant on, and I actually did a whole, film this once before, and I was kind of upset, and then I looked at everything again. I actually thought I was missing a piece, but now that I'm looking at everything, I don't think I am. So this came with kind of like an engine cover, right? So on the instructions, it shows there's an A side and a B side, and it looks like the engine cover can either go on either side, right? But on here, when you look at the instructions, it looks like there should be two pieces. However, there's only one piece. So I actually filmed all this, kind of giving my review, and I was upset because it only came with one piece. I think it only comes with one. So you can kind of decide if it goes on the left or the right. I've looked it up, I've looked at some images on it, and I think it's only got one cover on these engines. So you can kind of choose, and the piece is actually, it works on either side. So I think you're only supposed to get one of these, but that was the only issue I had with it. This thing looks fantastic. It comes with two different bases, so you have a base that you can kind of just set it on to make it look like it's hovering, more like the show, or you can have a dynamic pose. This comes with the exact base from the Mandalorian. I gotta kind of turn it around a little bit. It's a really tight fit, but you can have more dynamic poses. It's a lot tighter on there, so you can do stuff like that. You have a lot of options with the second cockpit right here. You can put Grogu in there. It comes with another attachment that you can put R5-D4, just the head in there, so that's really awesome. And one of the other things that I was comparing was, this was the Din Djarin we got with the HasLab with the Razor Crest here. I thought this was the definitive version of Din Djarin. His helmet doesn't come off. I actually really liked the other one that you could get as a Walmart exclusive that was really impossible to get. I think that one might be a little bit better than this one, just because he's got like some dirt and grime on him. But when you actually compare the HasLab Din Djarin to the one that you get in the Naboo Starfighter, the one that you get with the Naboo Starfighter I think might be the definitive version. Because if you look at some of the paint applications for the HasLab Din Djarin versus the paint applications for the N-1 Naboo Starfighter Din Djarin, the paint apps are actually much better on this one than on this one, and I'll just show like a little bit of some of the shots that I'm trying to get here. This one I'm still going to keep in the packaging. I'm going to see if I can get a secondary one. But this comes with all the weapons that we've seen except for the rifle. This one only comes with the rifle. He didn't have the Darksaber yet when this was released, and he still had the Razor Crest. HasLab went on, and then this thing was destroyed. Then he came up with this one. So in the next season, he got the Darksaber. He got the Mandalorian Spear, which he comes with in this version. And everything else, he just doesn't come with the rifle. And he's actually got a deactivated version of the Darksaber. So I don't know if he can put it on him somewhere, on his belt. I'm gonna have to get a second version of him because this is perfect, and it's still got, it's unpunched. So I want to save that one. You can also take off this tail piece, and if you want him to just find it in the scrapyard, there's like a little exhaust piece that you can put in there. It doesn't fit with this tail piece on, but if you want to display it like he just found it, you can. The cockpit for Grogu is actually awesome. It just pops out like this, and this goes in here, but we're going to keep Grogu in there. The bubble, it's a clear plastic. It looks great. You can see right in there. The Grogu, he's in a static pose holding the knob. So if you want, you could probably put him in there with Din. I'd like him in the bubble because that's really unique. We haven't seen that in any other Star Wars vehicle. The one thing I was a little upset about, the cockpit to get Din Djarin inside lifts up like this. You can see a little bit more of the interior cockpit. So there's some storage. So if you want to take off his jetpack, put it in there. It fits perfectly along with some other weapons. Darksaber probably won't fit in there, but you can close it that way, which isn't like the show. It was like a Batmobile effect, how the cockpit opened. Well, it still does that. So this still slides forward, and Din Djarin could be sitting in there if you want to display him that way. I actually love this so much. I think I'm actually going to display Din Djarin inside of it, just because you can see him a whole lot better than you can in the Razor Crest. The Razor Crest itself is a phenomenal piece, but the N-1 Starfighter, it's still really cool. Now, if you compare the paint apps, the Razor Crest takes the cake on that one. This whole thing is painted silver. It's got rust, it's got dirt, it's got grime. This one, it's just kind of like a molded silver plastic, right? It doesn't have all the dirt and debris. It's got some paint chips for the yellow, which it originally had, and the way how it's built. Don't get me wrong, I love this. It looks great, but the Razor Crest is just on a completely separate level, and obviously the price range is very, very different. But yeah, this stands by itself. Din Djarin can hop in here, and if you notice, he has like a paint app on his thigh piece here, and it looks like he has a completely different thigh piece here, so he upgrades himself. But I'm blown away at how good this piece is. Again, comparing it to the Razor Crest, this is on a different level, but the Naboo Starfighter, for everybody that can purchase it, I highly recommend this. My only concern was this little engine piece, and it just goes on like this. You just have it like that, snaps into place, and you're good to go. And I think it can go on either side. I haven't tested this yet, but yeah, it can go on either side. So that kind of goes with the Star Wars lived-in look, asymmetrical style that Star Wars is known for. So I really like this piece. I think it looks great. Have you purchased this? Am I going crazy? Am I actually missing a piece for this? Let me know in the comments down below. If you picked it up, if you got 2 of those engine covers, let me know, because I'm going off of it's only 1 cover. And this Din Djarin sealed with the Naboo Starfighter, he's VC 292 for those vintage collection fans. I'm Badkerm the Unknown. Hit that like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Badkerm out. Whoosh.